Hey, what's up, everyone? It's been a while since I made a video reporting various things happening in the world around us, but the biggest one to report is that 7.7 magnitude earthquake, which some are calling an awakening or an ascension earthquake, a big sign. So that took place off of the coast of Australia. So there's been no shortage of strangeness, holographic projections, a projection in the United Arab Emirates of two moons, Mars's moons in the sky, and some people are talking about Project BB. I'll just call it BB so as not to say it because they will flag things like that most likely. You know what I'm talking about. Beaming things, I'll just say. And there's a lot going on, natural disasters and or otherwise caused by the elites. So first we have a violent mudslide, water descending upon Semeru. The Semeru volcano is destroying everything in its path in Indonesia. This volcano is literally causing devastation everywhere in Indonesia right now. Now, a tsunami has been confirmed in Australia after major earthquakes, a major swarm of very large earthquakes, and a big one of 7.7 being the highest. 6.0, 6.1, 7.7, 6.1, and a 6.1. 5 major earthquakes and their multiple aftershocks have hit the Loyalty Islands, New Caledonia. So, definitely a big one. Here is the epicenter of the activity, located right there at that latitude and longitude. And guess what else we have happening? The large volcano in Japan is erupting. A large eruption has sent ash 7,000 feet into the air at the Sakurajima volcano. And a giant ice volcano has begun erupting in Kazakhstan. And the deadliest week of avalanches ever recorded in over 100 years has taken place in the United States this week. There have been more deadly avalanches in this past week in the United States than in the past 100 years, they say. All thanks to landslides. And the polar vortex is on the way. I hope it changes because I cannot stand the thoughts of that coming in. Polar vortex breaks temperature records across the prairies, cancellations of schools and buses, while the bitter cold expect to linger. This is just a preliminary forecast. Canada expected to see negative 64, negative 56, negative 48, 15, negative 14, negative 41. It's going to get very cold. Now, as you head down to the United States, negative 15 wind chills will be taking place, negative 30 wind chills. So it's definitely going to get very, very cold. And monolith madness. A new metal monolith discovered in the middle of Turkey. And I'll put a link below, or at least try to, of the extensive amount of horn and trumpet sounds being heard from the sky once again on the rise. Apocalyptic storms have hit Saudi Arabia. That's not snow, even though they received some a couple of weeks ago. This is hail. They said it has covered the desert in hail and flooded the arid cities, which would normally be complete desert. And Mount Etna, the volcano in Italy, is erupting violently right now. The earth is being shaken, and everything that can happen is happening. The Pacaya volcano in Guatemala is also erupting very strong right now at night. And major power outages in Iran taking place, they believe, due to some sort of hacking from Bitcoin mining farms. So many things happening around this world. Blood red water in India from the blood red rains. And your daily dose of strangeness from February 7th, 3 days ago, will be posted right here. So check out the Strange Sounds Twitter page. Northern Indonesia, a dam collapsed and destroyed everything in its path, and 150 people are feared dead as of 3 days ago. And don't look at this if you have a fear of mice. Mouse apocalypse on the march across New South Wales and Old and and SA Victoria, Australia, damaging crops and invading homes. A mouse apocalypse across Australia. Well, I'll go ahead and say it. That's what happens when you poison and kill all of the cats. They poisoned and killed all of the cats and sent poisoned food down from the sky, killing off the alley cats and the stray cat population. No joke. That's what they did last year and the year before. They planned a mass kill of millions, up to 3 million cats. And if you had more than one house cat, they were killing them. So when you kill off the cats, you can expect a mice increase, a mouse population increase, and pestilence, famine, plagues obviously go along with that. So they caused that on themselves, the government did. And an unprecedented Arctic blast has deep froze North America, Europe, and Asia simultaneously. Even though right now we're 60 degrees outside, it's going to drop into the negatives and teens. This is an image of a tree in Somalia covered with locusts. They're calling it a biblical locust invasion that in Somalia that's threatened to wipe out their crops due for harvest from April and prompts officials to declare the state of emergency. Hashtags Bible, food, Somalia, locust, and plague. And an Arctic snow owl was seen in New York, Central Park, for the first time in 130 years. Did it escape from a zoo or what? And the sky turned completely dusty and completely red here in a rusty color. So they said, wow, did you see that? There's a link right here for more daily doses from February 6th of natural disasters. Beautiful aurora borealis here. Finally something beautiful. Dust from the Sahara has turned Andorra into a Martian landscape. A terrible swarm of locusts has invaded Saudi Arabia and other areas of the Middle East. Scary signs, they say. They're declaring this entire country a sanctuary jurisdiction. Yeah, we're all in big trouble, folks. But we have the Lord to look forward to. Top 5 meteorites falling. Check one of these out right here. Very bright. And 2 new comets and what's known as a Trojan asteroid orbiting the Earth were discovered by astronomers within 3 weeks, which is pretty unprecedented to discover that many within that short of a period of time, according to documents. Now, I don't know, I've done research on this and I couldn't find any documentation or news articles to back this up, so I don't know if it's true, but they claimed that Mount St. Helens was rumbling again as of a few days ago. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. I'll have to really do research into that. And they say this strange cigar-shaped craft, which I've seen many of those before. Even when I think about these crafts, sometimes they will appear for me. But most of the time when you don't have a camera to record. They said it remained motionless and just hovered in California for a very long time, defying the known laws of physics. And they say many of these objects, which I know for a fact, defy what we know. This is just one of the many images of apocalyptic flooding, they say, that's taking place in Paraguay, Indonesia, India, and Germany. Last week we had coast-to-coast storms, flooding, disasters, and all sorts from the east coast to the west coast of the United States, and it damaged a lot of structures. Now, 6 days ago we had another intense, slow slip earthquake event that was starting. They said it was much too early in the Pacific Northwest, prompting fears of a big one at the causing a Cascadia rupture, but there were several thousand right here along the west coast of the United States and into southwestern Canada. This strange wave here with a face, quite interesting. Looks like Poseidon. Mysterious booms, explosions, and trumpet sounds and apocalyptic horn sounds are being heard around this world. They said mysterious explosions took place in Malaysia, and it shook homes and residents. They saw a fireball or an aircraft of some sort. Still, no one has an answer, but it looks like a meteor if you ask me. Now, back on February 3rd, we actually had extreme cold in the United States. In every U.S. state, including Hawaii. They said that even Hawaii saw freezing temperatures, below freezing temperatures, over that week. Yeah. Merkel said the agenda. I can't say certain words on here, but it says, okay, if you don't want the shot, you may not be able to do certain things. Sound familiar? Now they claim the the UK variant is mutated and again gets nastier. I don't know what this one's about from Manchester Plumbing, kind of crazy. And the most powerful particle accelerator sits in our galaxy and it shoots at us at dangerous, high cosmic energy rays toward the Earth. Record cool temperatures from Bermuda to Guam, record cold across this world taking place right now. And over in the UK, Boris Johnson, which I thought had a better plan than this, but an Orwellian nightmare is playing out over there as they want children to spy on their parents and families, just like the president of 2 administrations ago wanted the people to do here in the United States. The agenda is sickening and ridiculous. This prediction actually came true about the Cumbre Vieja volcano. They said it could erupt shortly, but I don't know about the cataclysmic tsunami. Now, everyone should know this. Earth's climate is cyclical. It's the ferocious cold and the next glacial period and the solar minimum. All of these cycles happen, and no one's telling the truth about it. Another thing that they've been playing around with, the holographic projections and the new grid threat. Russia actually deployed a super electromagnetic pulse weapon. Now, if you remember on The Simpsons, and even before that I've known about it, but it's called an EMP. If you've ever seen that Simpsons episode, look it up. If you haven't, EMP. Homer Simpson discovers that. It's an electromagnetic pulse weapon capable of traveling at Mach 20 that could put the U.S. in the dark with little to no notice. China's ready with it too. So is Russia. Really insane how we continue to just harm each other. I don't know if they've removed the comments or not. Yeah, they still have the comments on there. And that North Atlantic storm that produced massive 60-foot waves back on January 31st. It actually broke a boat in two. And these were the images from above. The world is wobbling big time, they said. From 60-foot waves to python stakes to disturbing agenda with this virus, the virus agenda. That major snowstorm that took place during that weekend on January 30th. And these amazing clouds over Georgia and Alabama that reminded you of UFOs. I feel like I've seen this image before. It looks very familiar with the racetrack, the Comfort Inn, and the Days Inn there, the signs. That looks very familiar. I feel like I've seen that picture posted before. But booms and major booms and sky trumpets were reported. Still mysteries. On January 29th, they were reported all across this world. Mars is wiggling and wobbling as it spins, and astronomers have no idea as to why. So many strange things happening inside and outside of this world. They said the Atlantic Ocean is mysteriously growing bigger every year, pushing the Americas away from Europe and Africa. And a meteorite actually crashed into a house in Indonesia. This is an interesting sundog, as they call it. And then that super wolf moon that took place on January 28th. And a swarm of 200 earthquakes that hit Granada, Spain. Tremors were felt across 6 Andalusian provinces back on January 27th. I know I'm going back a while, but it's been a while since I've reported. And a powerful eruption took place on January 27th of the Merapi volcano. Covered residential areas in ash in Indonesia. Videos and pictures are shown on here. There's no shortage of various things happening in the world around us. I'll keep you updated, and thank you for watching this video. I'm going to go ahead and end it here. My links are below if you'd like to show support, because that helps out, shows that you care, and it shows your support for my channel. And every subscription shows support, every like, every share, and comment. Thank you so much. Stay aware, keep looking up, and stay awake, everyone. Spiritually, anyway. Peace. Signing out.